Hey, good morning, Facebook world. Welcome to Shake Talk with Barbie Lee. This is where we shake up your wake up and totally we work on simply changing your breakfast to change your life. Here's the thing. A lot of times we have to say no to the things we want to say yes to. And here we help you say yes through physical and financial change through our best breakfast ever. So this week we've been talking about we've been talking about energy, and today we're going to talk about crystals. And I'm wearing my one of my favorite crystals today. So we're going to talk about that in a second. So I want to talk a little bit about energy today. We've been discussing this all week, right? About how important it is to keep our energy up. What happens when you can't? What do you do when you can't keep your energy up? What happens when things around you are just bleh? Because sometimes that happens, right? And around here, in my part of the world, when it snows and it gets cold and we get that first cold snap, a lot of people snap, right? The sun isn't around for a few days, it gets cold, we have to drive differently, and it really drags a lot of the energy down. Everybody's talking about the weather, everybody's talking about how cold it is, everybody's talking about how slippery it is, and it's hard not to get caught up in that energy. So it's really, really important that in times like that, you don't get drawn into the drama. There is always going to be something going on. You can plug into the news on any day, at any time, and find something bad that you could plug into if you wanted to. My challenge for you is don't plug in. First of all, get rid of the news. Somebody told me once that CNN means constantly negative news. And I always say the news isn't new, it's old. Why do they call it the news? I don't get it, right? Because it's old. Why don't you talk about stuff that's new, stuff that's exciting, things that are things that are coming up and forward. So I know that people are joining, but again, I'm not seeing any comments. So if you're commenting to me, I don't know. So hopefully, good morning. So when it comes to our energy, how do we guard it? How do we protect our energy? Now, people have different things. I love my crystal, right? So this crystal I got, and don't ask me what it is, and don't ask me what its healing properties are, because I don't know. I am not that interested in crystals, okay? I don't want to know what kind they are, what healing, that's not my thing, right? I know there's a lot of people that love learning. Oh, and many people say, oh, that's a la 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 la. I was like, okay, I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. It's blue and it's shiny and I like it. And that's why I got it. Here's the story of this crystal. So I was in Orlando a couple years ago. I had gone down for the summer and we were having a full moon, blue moon, and it happened to be my last night on the beach, right? I was coming home the next day. And I'm like, I am doing a labyrinth on the beach. And so I went to the gem store in Orlando, and I love this store. And they have they have this section where there's trees, tree branches, and then they have crystals hanging from the tree branches. Now, I am not an expert. I know what I know for me. Okay, you got to figure out what you know for you. So what I did is I took my hand and I went underneath very slowly all the crystals until one of them started to move. And then I hung out there for a second and it was like, no, didn't move anymore. So I kept on going. And then this one just started to vibrate and my hand, I could feel it. And then it started to go in a circle. I was like, okay, baby, I'm taking you home. That was this crystal. So what I did, I came on a little chain. So I changed the chain. And what it was, I'm going to pull it off here. So I'll bring it a little bit closer. I have no idea what kind of crystal it is. I don't know what healing properties it has. It is just very blue and beautiful. I love it. So I wear the crystal. Now, I believe that crystals hold energy. Okay? We have at the Center for Spiritual Living, we have what's called a crystal bed. And that crystal bed has 7 crystals that line up with the chakras. And for like $40, you can go and lie down on this bed and feel this amazing crystal healing energy. It's fantastic. If you've never done it, you should totally try it. So some days I wear this just because I want to wear it because it feels beautiful. Some days I wear it because I know that there's going to be a lot of negativity around me. So when I wear it, it keeps me grounded, and I play with it, and it keeps me grounded, and it brings me to my center. And this is what I love about this crystal, is it brings me to my center. It has a nice little point on the end, right? It's hard to see, but it has a little point. So when I play with it, I'm just reminding myself to stay grounded. Now, I don't know why I put it on me. I'm going to use it. So there's all the other ways to use my crystal as well. Remember how yesterday I showed you the woo-woo ones? I got some comments about the woo-woo ones. That was quite fun. So I'm going to move this back a little bit because I'm going to do this. So the crystal, she talks to me. And you're all going to go, no, she doesn't. You're crazy. I don't care. I really don't care what you think. So here we go. So here's what happens. So a circle is a yes, and a back and forth is a no. And I do this a lot. I do this with, you've probably seen the old, put a wedding ring on a strand of hair and put it over the belly. And if it's circles, it's a girl. If it goes back and forth, it's a boy, kind of thing. And I've done that for years. And I was maybe wrong once, but we're still not sure. And I say that because whether it was a boy or a girl, I realize now that it's a feminine or masculine energy. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a boy or a girl, with my new understandings of gender. So when we said it was a girl and it came out physically as a boy, it is yet to be determined the gender specificity of this child. So I could still be right. Otherwise, I might have been wrong once. It happens. One time I did it, and it was a lady that was substituting at our school, and she was pregnant. And so we're like, oh my gosh, is it a boy or a girl? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, give me a ring, I'll find out. And they all looked at me. And I said, so what it does is it checks all your energy, right? So whether you've had kids before or anything like that. And I said, have you had kids? She goes, yeah. I said, no, don't tell me, because then you all think I, cheated or something. So the first one I did, so I held it over her belly, and I said, okay. I said, first child was a boy. And they all laughed. And I said, sorry, Barbie Lee, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay. Second child, I said, essence of a girl. They're like, yeah, that's it. And I said, the third child, essence of a girl. And I said, that's all I can read. And she said, and everyone's laughing, oh no, Barbie Lee, she's only had 2 kids, or this is only her second pregnancy, right? She has a girl, and maybe this one's a girl. Haha, Barbie Lee, you're such a joke. Haha. And they all made fun of me. They all walked out of the staff room, and the TA looked, or the student, or the substitute looked to me, and her eyes just welled up with tears. And she said, I gave a child up for adoption when I was 16. She says it was a little boy. And I said, well, I just got goosebumps every time I tell that story. So I believe it works. And if I believe it works, that's all that matters. So what happens is I take my little crystal and I study it. And then I say things like, I don't do this for me anymore, but like when I'm doing this for people and I show them, I'm like, okay, so my name is Barbie Lee. Okay, that's nice and easy. My name is Barbie Lee, right? My name is James. And that's going back and forth. Oh, it's weird in the computer because there's a little bit of a delay. So how about I live in Edmonton? Okay, I'll hold my hand here because I want you to think I'm moving my hand. I am married to Dwayne. I have 2 boys for children. You can watch the replay. I'm not moving it. But it knows. It knows my truth. So I use my crystals sometimes when my energy is out of whack and I'm feeling disconnected. So I can connect again, because just like the woo-woo ones yesterday, it's a visual representation of my energy. So if you're really out there and you really got to pull yourself back in, find something that grounds you. Maybe it's the woo-woo ones. Oh, I put them on my shelf. Maybe it's the woo-woo ones. Maybe it's a crystal. Maybe it's meditation, whatever it is. But do something to guard your energy, because the energy is the most precious gift that you have. Don't let anyone take it away from you. Have a great day.